Hello. How are you
Hi.
doing?
So good.
Wonderful. So congratulations on the film. Congratulations on your performances. So beautiful. So you both just really like enter the role and just escape into them. So for both of you, tell me about collaborating with each other and what did you like best about that?
Oh my goodness. I loved working with Davine. She is a phenomenal actress. Just her ability to transform. Um and I don't know, I feel honored to be able to watch her on set. She was so interesting to watch on screen because she brings herself to the role, but she also, I don't know, it's her energy. She shows up to the role, but it's not her. It's her, but it's not her. And it's so, I don't know, she's so amazing to watch. And I feel like I just learned so much from her, even about things other than acting. She was there as a mentor, her and Sanaa. So I'm very grateful to have worked with her.
Um, for me, I was very impressed at the level of her work ethic and her commitment to the role. She was off book. We never, if we stopped, it was never for her. And she had the largest workload. There's an old, I keep saying it, but I think it's important. There is a grounded old soul. And Sanana, I kept saying, like, it's like she's been here before, but quite literally on set before, like at that level. All those people that was involved, many people her age and at her experience level at that time would have choked or felt overwhelmed or, but she very much so uh, was meant to be there and at home there. Um, so I'm just I feel very grateful to have had the opportunity to catch her at this early stage, and I will take great joy and gratitude in watching her journey um, in this career because I do believe it's meant for her because of the ease. In life, I think the things that are right for you aren't that difficult. It doesn't mean you don't work hard, but it's not that difficult. If you keep butting your head against something, I'm not saying don't do it, but maybe it's something to examine. And there's an ease with her. So that in many reasons signifies to me beyond her talent that this is definitely a lane in which she's supposed to express herself. And I look forward to watching it.
Yes, Sanaa is amazing because that's a really hard job. That's a really hard thing to balance when you want to fully commit to a character and then also you're committed to the production as a whole. So you're worried about, okay, was this well lit? How did the camera angle look? How did that come out? But you're also, she had very vulnerable scenes in the middle of directing. She had to direct herself and us as well. So I thought that she was just so amazing. And it was amazing to see her work as an actress as well because she is just so experienced. She is so experienced. And I remember there being days where it was just chaos. It was chaos. And she had very vulnerable scenes and she killed them. Like she's amazing. She's such a trained actress. She is such a trained actress and she was so understanding as a director. And yeah, working with her was amazing. It was amazing.
Um, yeah, it was definitely a blessing. We also went to the same school at different times for the same school. So what was nice is that, in particular, she and I spoke the same language. So I had came in very late into the process, uh, less than a week before it starting. So that really helped us out, and having that shorthand, that instantly I knew what she was saying, she knew what I was saying, and we could go from there. And what was beautiful is that she really created a safe, nurturing, learning environment. And I would tell her, I was like, that's dope. It's like you're recreating stuff we learned in school. and passing it on to them. It was like she was creating this lab type situation. Um, and she was really on her A game. And I think in particular to us, by her also being a female actress, she understood our needs. Do you know what I mean? She would like tell us, pace yourself, or are you good? You need to take, B12, or we had long hours. And then there was a certain point where we were just shooting night scenes. So that's tricky, because I would imagine that would be like you going from day shift to night shift. Like it takes time for your body to adjust, and yet you have to be on and give these high octane. The stakes are high throughout the whole movie. For both, in particular, I would say for the women. Just thinking about it, because I that was my first time seeing it at the premiere, and it's funny because Sanaa downplayed. I think, wouldn't you say, her, like, Sanaa didn't want. It was almost like she was like, I don't want to do my scene right now, or like, do we have to? I don't really. And then watching the premiere, I was like you said, I didn't know her scenes because I wasn't in any of those, especially like the AA meeting. I was like, that's extremely vulnerable and moving. But she would just be like, okay, let's shoot. Like when we were there, right? She'd be like, oh, okay, let's just shoot it real quick, whatever. And we didn't see it. So I thought, and how she pitched it, she was like, yeah, I'm just going to do these scenes, like almost like it was a contractual thing. Like, yeah, Paramount, I'm going to just, I told him I'll do the scene. But then seeing it, I was like, wait a minute. This is really solid work that this shouldn't just be blown over. But yeah, no, she's really wonderful. I thought it was fun that one night, driving in the car.
That was
all
so
around
fun.
Atlanta. They
That
had
was
us hooked
so
up
fun.
to basically like a 18-wheeler, and we was like on a tow, and I had to make it look like I was driving, and like it was. I just remember it was a dope night. It was. Did we film? No, we filmed like around this time of year, right? And it was like
October.
Nice fall night. It was just a really good vibe, and we were just cruising in the car. And then in between takes, we would just be talking and chatting and joking around. I remember that being like a memory that I was like, oh, this is sweet. This is a nice moment. But it was, for me personally, I really enjoyed all of it. I did really enjoy seeing her battle. That was quite special. And in the beginning, I thought, because I didn't know, again, I came in so late. In the beginning, I genuinely thought you were a rapper who was just starting to, like, this was your first acting thing. I didn't know you had never done it. I genuinely thought, like, oh, this young lady is like, must be some like up and coming underground rapper or something, and this is her first acting gig. Genuinely, that's what I thought. Because when she did the battles, I was like, this is dope. I really enjoyed it. Yeah.
That's crazy. I loved that night too in the car. Listen, there was a food truck there making donuts. It was so good. But I think my favorite scene to shoot was the scene with Lady London and the battle. The energy was so good. It was so good. We had so much fun. The extras were really friendly, and
They were.
and it was just a really fun scene to shoot. It felt very, I don't know, it felt like there was no pressure. It just felt really good.
All of Sanaa's scenes, because I didn't have any context besides what we were in. And actually it was Miles and Homeboy. I didn't know that. So the amount of time, they didn't give me the whole script. So I just knew the stuff of the scenes that I was in regards to time, because again, it was like days. So when I was watching the movie, I was like, oh, yeah, I thought that was a very good B or C story, depending on how you look on it. I really enjoyed that, and I thought it was authentic and true without being stereotypical. I think that's one of the most successful uh, homosexual relationships that I've seen, that felt very relatable and authentic and not forced and just very gentle and real. You know what I mean? I really, really enjoyed I really enjoyed it, and it didn't get too like preachy. You know what I mean? It just was. I thought it was really flawlessly done. Yeah.
I think my favorite scenes to watch were all of the argument scenes. I know that's funny, but when me and Michael were filming that argument scene, I was having a really hard time. Like that one was, it was for some reason it was really tough for me. I think I had a long day and I was just trying to channel the energy. So to watch it back and to be satisfied with the performance and think, okay, that felt real. It did something for me, as well as the scene when I was arguing with Devine, because I was like, yeah, this was really funny. I just remember that night being so much fun, and the final battle, because I remember the energy on set that day, and I was like, okay, yeah, this is like, I'm, I don't know, the energy was out of this world. So yeah, those were my favorite scenes.
Thank you both so much for the art.
Thank you.